DeepSeek just shipped a coding agent that beats its own larger pro preview on agent benchmarks, costs almost nothing through the API, and now has downloadable weights. The wild part is that serious workstations can run it locally. This is not an old model being rediscovered. DeepSeek published the update on July 31, 2026, under the version name DeepSeek v4-0731. DeepSeek says the architecture and model size did not change. The new capability comes from another post-training pass, meaning the company taught the same underlying network to behave much better as an agent. The headline number is Terminal Bench 2.1's W82.7. DeepSeek also reports 54.2 on NL2 repo, 76.7 on CyberGym, and 54.4 on DeepSWE. Those numbers need context. DeepSeek used its upcoming minimal harness, max effort, top 0.95, and temperature 1. So this is a model plus harness result, not proof that every setup will match it. Two reported scores, DS Bench Full Stack and DS Bench Hard, come from internal DeepSeek test sets. They are useful signals, but they are not independently reproducible public benchmarks yet. DeepSeek did something unusually direct. V4 Flash now supports the Responses API natively and is specifically adapted for Codex. This release is not just a chatbot refresh. It is aimed at coding harnesses. API users do not need a new endpoint. The existing DeepSeek v4 Flash model name now serves the updated 0731 version. The Pro endpoint, app, and web chat were not upgraded by this release. The hosted price is aggressive: 14 cents per million uncached input tokens, 28 cents per million output tokens, and a tiny fraction of a cent per million cached input tokens. V4 Flash exposes a 1 million token context window and a maximum output of 384,000 tokens. That is enormous for repositories, logs, and long agent sessions, even before local memory becomes the limiting factor. And this is where the story becomes local. DeepSeek published the 0731 weights under the MIT license. It is not merely an API alias. The actual updated checkpoint can be downloaded and converted. The Flash architecture contains 284 billion total parameters, but activates roughly 13 billion for each token. That mixture of experts routing is why compute can look much smaller than the total model size. Here is the trap: 13 billion active does not mean 13 billion stored. Your machine still needs access to the full expert bank, even when each token visits only a small part of it. DeepSeek compresses the official instruct weights with a mixed format. UA expert parameters use FP4, while most other parameters use FP8. That reduces storage before community quantization even begins. For the preview architecture, current Unsloth GGUFs are about 155 gigabytes at Q4 and 162 at Q8. The strange gap exists because the official weights are already heavily compressed. 3-bit variants land around 103 to 129 gigabytes. That makes a 128 gigabyte Mac, workstation, or combined RAM and VRAM setup the first realistic mainstream enthusiast tier. 1-bit and 2-bit files can fall into the 82 to 97 gigabyte range. That can reach 96 gigabyte systems, but aggressive quantization trades away precision, and the newest 0731 conversion still needs validation. A 24 gigabyte GPU alone is not enough. You can offload part of the model and borrow system RAM, but speed follows the slowest memory path. Local here means workstation class, not effortless laptop inference. Even with that hardware bill, local inference changes the ownership equation. Repositories can stay on your machine. Usage is not metered per token, and an agent can run long jobs without sending every file to a hosted endpoint. But at 14 cents per million uncached input tokens, the API can be cheaper than buying a giant memory workstation for occasional use. Local wins on control and sustained workloads, not automatically on total cost. The architecture already has llama.cpp, VLLM, and SGLang support, but 0731 landed hours ago. New weight conversions, chat templates, prompt caching, and tool calling all need version-specific testing before production use. A 1 million token window is a capability, not a free default. Context consumes memory and time. DeepSeek itself recommends at least 384,000 context for max thinking, which is already a serious deployment target. Flash is not the final V4 Pro release. DeepSeek says the Pro API, app, and web models remain unchanged, and the official Pro update will follow. Today, Flash is the new agent-focused release. The important shift is not that everyone can run a frontier model on a laptop. It is that agent capability, which recently required a remote lab, is moving into hardware that individuals and small teams can actually own. Mixture of experts changes the local scaling curve. You still store the giant expert bank, but each token uses a smaller active path. That can deliver strong compute efficiency when memory capacity catches up. My verdict: V4 Flash 0731 is genuinely important, but not because it is tiny. It is important because DeepSeek turned a large open-weight model into a much stronger agent while preserving a deployment path outside the cloud. If you have 128 gigabytes or more of unified or combined memory, this is worth watching immediately. If you have 64 gigabytes, use the API first and wait for measured community quants before sacrificing quality. Do not judge it with one chat prompt. Test repository navigation, multi-file edits, terminal recovery, tool selection, and a long task that forces the agent to remember earlier decisions. Over the next day, watch for validated 0731 GGUFs, updated llama.cpp guidance, independent agent benchmarks, and real token speeds across Apple Silicon, CPU offload, and multi-GPU rigs. DeepSeek V4 Flash 0731 does not put a frontier agent in every laptop. It does put one within reach of hardware you can own. Subscribe to CodeMotion because local AI just moved again.